Welcome everyone to 21 Alive News Plus. We're going to get right to a look at your first alert weather with first alert meteorologist Michael Morinelli. Now, Michael, it is rough out there.
Yeah, and kind of comes as a shock to many. Now, most of the snow, I will say, is very, very light, but we kind of had a few things go against us. Now, if you went out early this morning, you did probably see that conditions really weren't the best. But in terms of just kind of uh, what has happened over the last few hours, roads were treated very early this morning. Now, the issue is that those roads, after they were treated, got a little bit wet from some rain before the snow arrived, and then conditions started to deteriorate. So then as the snow started coming down, a lot of that salt was then washed away, and conditions unfortunately ended up not being the best. So in terms of temperatures right now, we're sitting at 24 degrees, and just come about 3 hours ago at this point, at this top of the noon hour and the start of the afternoon, we were sitting near 40 degrees. So temperatures have dropped by about 15 degrees just in the matter of a few hours. So of course that shows that that cold front's blowing through now, and that cooler air is starting to really move in. In terms of road conditions, most roads still are fairly slick, especially those side roads. We'll talk about that here in a bit. And I think that this camera here on 469 really shows a great picture of kind of what most of the roads look like, whereas some of parts of I-69 that are very heavily traveled across Fort Wayne definitely are getting a little bit more of the love and attention right now from INDOT, of course, because they are the most traveled roads. But if you look at 469, there is not much in terms of an actual dry lane to drive in. You will have to deal with some amount of slick spots regardless of what lane you're traveling in. And a big culprit right now, definitely, as we kind of give a couple other looks here across Fort Wayne in terms of the highways, is just how our system has acted throughout the day in terms of what was expected versus what was expected. So I'm going to show you satellite and radar real quick, and then I'll go to future track, and then I'm going to jump back to the satellite and radar because this is, of course, we see right now a lot of snow across the area. But this is what future track expected this system to look like right now as of its latest update. And really the biggest difference is it has a majority of this area where the snow is at continuing to progress farther to the southeast. And what we're seeing is that is not the case. The snow is kind of stalled over top of the area, and we're just kind of getting, even though it's not heavy, it's just continuously coming down and creating these slick conditions, and there's not really been enough time to properly treat the roads, especially as they're still wet as well. It makes it hard enough in and of itself. And now instead of this system pushing farther to the southeast, we're kind of seeing it just kind of sit over top of the area. And unfortunately, that is only causing a little bit more harm than good. Now, again, road conditions really aren't the best, but we're not expecting a lot of accumulation. So as soon as the system starts to move out of here, which, of course, given how it's acting right now, we might not have a great idea yet of when it's going to start moving out just because it has stalled. But as we start to see it move out, most of the area will stay dry with maybe a few light showers, snow showers for the rest of this evening, as the heavy lake effect snow band that will cause a good another 1 to 3 inches of snow will stay off to our west and really should not be much of an issue to us. And then as we continue overnight, we'll dry out. At this point, road conditions should not be too bad. They'll be able to dry and be treated, and road conditions will improve. So really the only concern for roads throughout the rest of the day today will just be this afternoon, this evening. By tonight, tomorrow morning, we should not have too many issues on the roads with snow pretty much at that point done and over with. So by tomorrow, we will stay dry. The only chance that we will have for some snow within this lake effect snow band, just kind of going back, could be potentially areas around Kosciuszko County could get some of this lake effect snow band, and for that reason, they are currently the only county in 21 country that is currently under a winter weather advisory. So again, we're not looking at any other threats outside of just kind of what's happened with the snow sitting over top of the area, and because of that, we are currently under a travel advisory here in Allen County. DeKalb County also under a travel advisory. We've seen some issues on I-69 up in DeKalb County as well in terms of some accidents. Both Kosciuszko and LaGrange counties also under that travel advisory at the moment. So in terms of road conditions, highways right now, there's still some slick spots. Again, you're probably not going to encounter a fully dry lane yet. I-69 would be the first road that would definitely dry out, and then because of the constant treating of the roads, but then we will start to see 469 and then some of those other main roads. But right now, those side roads is what I'm really concerned about. Most of those roads are not treated really whatsoever, so they will be very slick, especially if you're turning off of a main road. That still could be slick in those intersections. You want to make sure you are going very, very slow, making sure that you have plenty of room in between you and the cars in front of you, behind you. Outside of that, there really is not too much more on top of that. So I will have your latest First Alert weather forecast coming up today at 4. I also did have a very quick live update on the 21 Alive First Alert weather app. So I will have your latest update at 4. Chief Meteorologist Matt Leach will be in for the rest of the night, and we are also planning on sending out our storm tracker throughout this evening for the latest information on those road conditions. That is all I have, so I can send it back over to you, Kara.
Thanks so much for that, Michael, for that update. And we do want to let you know, in DeKalb County, dispatch has confirmed with us that a 4-car pileup in the southbound lane of I-69 between the mile marker 326 and 329, it is shut down right now. Those southbound lanes, that's due to a 4-car pileup. Dispatch does tell us there were a couple other crashes in the southbound lane as well. As of right now, we know the lanes will be closed for an undetermined amount of time. We're not sure how long this is going to be going on. You can see it right there on your screen. That is where the crash is. This is an NDOT map we're looking at. That right there is the crash. So just definitely avoid the area. They are diverting traffic onto State Road 8 if you do end up in that area, but definitely stay away for the time being.